And we now get you a quick recap of PM's engagements on day one. PM Modi addressed the Indian diaspora in capital city of Warsaw, during which he shared his thoughts on the transformative progress achieved by the country and outlined his vision for a developed India. He also dwelled on India's age-old philosophy of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family, and its contribution to global progress and well-being. The Prime Minister stated that India, following the tradition of Buddha, is committed to peace rather than war. He emphasized that India advocates for peace in the region and believes that now is not the time for conflict.
भारत बुद्ध की विरासत वाली धरती है। और जब बुद्ध की बात आती है तो जो युद्ध नहीं, शांति पर विश्वास करती है। और इसलिए भारत इस रीजन में भी स्थायी शांति का एक बड़ा पैरोकार है। भारत का मत एकदम साफ है। ये युद्ध का युग नहीं है। ये उन चुनौतियों से निपटने के लिए एकजुट होने का समय है, जिनसे मानवता को सबसे बड़े खतरे हैं। इसलिए भारत डिप्लोमेसी और डायलॉग पर बल दे रहा है।
And for more, we have Vishal Baristo joining us from Poland. Well, Vishal, what all is lined up for today and how the day was yesterday?
Well, a very good morning to you, Lipakshi. As you just heard, the Prime Minister, he is telling the world that India is all for peace. This is not the time to fight. This is time to stand united against the bigger evils like the world faced during COVID-19. So he said that India is all for diplomatic solutions for any problem, and he was hinting at his upcoming Ukraine trip. We know that the world is suffering the pangs of from the pangs of Russia-Ukraine war. Today, after meeting the President and the Prime Minister and having his bilateral meeting, there would be he would be having a joint statement, and then he would later in the day leave for Kyiv. So it is going to be a very, very important day for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Yesterday, he also had a very hectic schedule with the Indian diaspora at 3 different places. One was the Jamnagar Memorial, second was the Monte Cassino Memorial, where the Kolhapur Memorial has been raised by the Poles Association in India. And then in the evening, he also addressed the Indian diaspora. It was a very, very lively evening. I can tell you, Lipakshi, that people were so very excited to receive the Prime Minister, to welcome him. And why not? It was the first meeting with the Prime Minister in 45 years.
Right. Also, Vishal, there had to be a lot of bilateral partnerships and cooperation in diverse areas. Could you tell us more on that?
Well, certainly the Prime Minister would be having bilaterals with the Prime Minister and President of Poland, and today he would also go and offer his obeisance at the monument which is the tomb of the unknown soldier. But in the bilateral meetings, many things are going to be discussed, because though India and Poland, they are very close partners. Poland is still India's largest trading partner in Central Asia, but it's a long way to go. Yesterday, when I spoke to the Deputy Foreign Minister of Poland, he informed us that though India is Poland's largest partner as far as Central Asia, Central Europe is concerned, but still it's a long, long way to go, because in comparison to China, it is only 1/10. So we need to raise the bar, and especially areas like satellite space, satellite, artificial intelligence, digitization. Now, these are the key areas where India and Poland can go a long way, because so far we have had trade in textiles, trade in machinery tools, but the new areas like artificial intelligence can go a long way. And Prime Minister also spoke about the plans of India establishing its own space station. So both countries, they have democratically elected government, and even the Prime Minister also mentioned in his speech that the recent general elections was a record in itself, because a huge population participated and a lot of man and machinery also were pressed into service. It was a long and tiresome and cumbersome process, but still the world should know that why India is called the mother of democracy. Lipakshi?
Right. Also, Vishal, on eve of Ukraine visit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that not time for war, message he gave from Poland. What all is expected there?
Well, absolutely, the message was very, very clear, and he said that India wants stability in the region, and it is not a time for war. It is time to reconcile and stand united. And he also said that India is the land of Lord Buddha, and Buddha is all for non-violence and all for peace. And world stability is what India is eyeing at. India says that it believes in the principles of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the world is one family. One earth, one family, one future was the motto of G20. And Prime Minister also quoted this during his speech. And he said that there are challenges and we need to fight those challenges together, not with guns, but with diplomatic ideas, diplomatic solutions, with bilateral meetings. And these are the key issues that would also come up with the President and Prime Minister of Poland today, when Prime Minister will have a bilateral with them separately with both the President and the Prime Minister of Poland.
All right, India is a supporter of peace, as Prime Minister said. Thank you so much, Vishal, for all that update from there.